Ladies and gentlemen, it is your lovely host here. Once again, it is Team Ira. Have you watched the very first video of the day? If not, smash that bell. You will get a notification from YouTube. The article will be down below, or the link will be down below. Now follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and my own Facebook page. The Facebook page is called Ira Show. Now it is time once again to discuss wrestling news, wrestling topics, and a lot of awesome information to discuss for you. Now if you like, sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab some meat, grab some drink. Now, if you don't like that, maybe you want to check a villain and hear my thoughts, my opinions on this subject, and of course, the article will be down below, or the link will be down below. Let's rock and roll. Do you remember back in, I think, Attitude Era? This guy was hilarious. I think so. His name was Kevin Kelly. He did some backstage segments. He interviews like The Rock. Rock embarrassed him. I don't know how long did Kevin Kelly work for the WWF. I don't know if he worked past that, you know. I think he just worked during the Attitude Era, and after that, then I think WWF/WWE let him go, or he just left on his own terms. Okay, he discussed about the Attitude Era. Okay, a lot of people thinks it is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm just kidding about the sliced bread. Everything was clicking in the Attitude Era. Great writers, great matches, great storytelling, even great pay-per-view stages. It was awesome. Every pay-per-view was totally different. Now these days, it's like all the same, because WWE don't want to put in more effort. They don't want to spend more money. And even the fireworks, the pyro was awesome. I love it. When Raw kicked off was awesome. SmackDown, when SmackDown first kicked off back in '09, it was awesome. Now these days, it's so lame. You know, the show's lame, but I still watch it. I don't give up. You know, probably a lot of you give up a long time ago because the Korean team absolutely sucks. The Korean team back then was awesome. I mean, probably some things was not that great, but we didn't realize that because we were young. We don't give a crap. Now we give a crap too much. You know. I don't give a darn. You shouldn't either about the ratings. Why WWE's gotta make that public? Hell, I don't know. I don't know why I don't keep it quiet. Now, a question is. Do you think this WrestleMania coming up will be better than last year's WrestleMania? The question is, will they have fans in the audience? I know a lot of you will be itching. I don't give a darn if I ever attend another WrestleMania. I don't care. As expensive as it is. So the card is never good. You know, I mean, it is, but like some matches are good. Some of the matches are trash. And, WWE, if you're watching, bring back Money in the Bank instead of having the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It does not mean nothing. You just get a stupid, idiotic trophy for that moment, and then a couple months later, people will forget about it until the next WrestleMania. I hate the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It's stupid. Just have the Money in the Bank, for crying out loud. At least it's like more fun to watch, more exciting, especially how it kicks off Mania. You know. I forgot when the last time we have Money Bank at freaking Mania. That was awesome. The very first one is classic. Okay? Then eventually WWE decided, you know what? Let's get rid of Money Bank at Mania and let's have their own Money Bank preview. I mean, it was okay at first. Then after a while, it got boring, you know? Just keep it at Mania. That's all. But they don't want to do that because they just don't want to do it, you know? Whatever. I think it's awesome. Just kick off Mania, and you know who's going to win it. But we don't know. They do. So all that good stuff. What are your thoughts that Miz got his briefcase back this past Monday? I think that's kind of stupid. But John Morrison tried to cash it in. And another thing about John Morrison, they brought him in to be like a goofball. Why even bring in John Morrison if they don't use him correctly? He's teamed up with The Miz again. Was this back in 08, 09 they did that, and they were tag team champions? Luckily, they're not just like the Miz did back then, like the chick magnet and that goofy hat and the goofy ring attire. I think it was 08, 09. The Miz was like that. It was back in the day, but now they team up again. Does that mean John Morrison would turn on the Miz whenever it happens? Probably sometime it will happen in 2021 or 2022. Who do you think is a better wrestler between those two, the Miz or John Morrison? My opinion is, of course my opinion does not matter, John Morrison. Of course his mic skills absolutely sucks. So what's your thoughts on this? You know, you gotta read the whole entire thing. Now, do you like the whole entire Attitude Era? There's gotta be some things you didn't like. There has to be. You know, the mid-card was pretty decent. Some things they did in the mid-card was kind of stupid, like they do in today's modern era. But people these days complain about today's modern era because now you have social media. If someone posts some bad stuff, you get bad response. You know, back then there was no such thing as the freaking internet, so you could say anything, not anything, but you could, like for WWE, if it was like a huge surprise or return, they keep a hush-hush until the day of the pay-per-view, you know? I miss those days. McMahon says a while back he hates the internet, but he has Twitter, so I don't know if he's the one who he tweets it or if his guys who runs Twitter for him. I don't think he knows anything about social media. If he is, that'd be very smart. I'd be very surprised. Just like Dwayne Johnson. Do you really think he's tweeting? I doubt it. The only way we will know if someone puts a camera over there and he's tweeting, you know? I doubt any of these celebrities are tweeting. They could say anything they want to. I tweet my own stuff. No one does not tweet my stuff for me, or I repost stuff all the time. So what's your thoughts? I missed the Attitude Era. I know you did. You know, it was a golden era of the WWF. It was awesome. They went to small arenas, if you notice that. Now these days, they go to these big arenas. They go to these big football stadiums. They don't go to these dinky ones for Mania. It's all about selling tickets. That's the only thing McMahon cares about. Selling tickets and merchandise. Of course, it did not happen this year because that was hurting him big time. A lot of you are still upset that Mania should have been pushed back or canceled. I think they should just cancel it and just worry about this year's WrestleMania. Because this year's WrestleMania, or last year's WrestleMania, was not that great. In Performance Center, the only good match was Taker versus AJ Styles. I know they had to pre-tape that a while ago. I don't know why they did have that match live. I don't know. I don't understand it. Probably because it's take a long time to prepare. So, and nothing is Triple H didn't perform. That's okay with me. He don't need to perform at all. Okay? Let the other guys to shine. You have your spotlight. The last match he had between him and Batista was not that great in my opinion. Batista should have won that match to end his WWE career, but for some reason, WWE decided, let's Triple H win, you know? I don't know why. Too much politics backstage for WWE. I don't know if it's like that in AEW, but for WWE, there's too much politics. That's not fair, you know? Batista made a lot of money for McMahon back in the day when he used to be a full-time wrestler, you know? He had a cranberry Mick with a Devon that was stupid. Then eventually he was part of Evolution. Then he broke up with that group. Then he had a feud with Triple H. That feud back then was epic. But his last match against Triple H, it was okay. But you know that, I know I mentioned this before, that he wanted a Hell in a Cell match between Triple H and himself at WrestleMania. And of course McMahon denied it. I think that'd be awesome. A Hell in a Cell match at Mania for the first time since, oh God, WrestleMania 15, I think. I love Hell in a Cell. They don't do cage matches anymore. They give that to NXT. They call it War Games, but that's not War Games. That's just a cage match. You guys could think I'm right or wrong. You leave a comment down below. War Games was with a roof. Cage match is with no roof. Everyone out there, have a good one. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Let me know what you think about this article and all good stuff. Peace out and take care.